Good morning. Today we are at Lightfoot Bay. We are deep in Skanee country here. We are on the Pinery Cemetery Road. The cemetery road would be down that direction. And we are at Lightfoot Bay Nature Area. All right, let's get started on our little walk here. I was just talking to a man that's going to be taking the same trail. He's been all over already, and he declined to be on film. At first he was all for it, but then he decided not to, which I totally understand. So anyhow, interesting tracks, probably just deer. Smaller tracks. Teeny tiny tracks. People keep saying that there's not a lot of babies around, but my goodness, we got plenty here in Skanee. Anyhow, this is part of my 4-mile walk I used to take almost every day when I was not working or on my days off. And it's one of my little favorite places because there's hardly ever anybody here. It was owned locally by locals, of course, and they sold to the Keweenaw Land Trust. I'm hoping nobody's down here. It won't mean anything, but if people are renting the cabins, you don't like to bother them. So, no snowmobiles. Year-round day use at no charge. And Keweenaw Land Trust, if you're interested in getting in touch with them about using one of the cabins. It's by donation, but I think the donation is fairly well set. Now these cabins are on an estuary. And the simple explanation of estuary is a body of water that has one outlet into the bay, which would be Huron Bay in this case. And at times it actually closes shut. There's a trail off that way, but that will take you to the cemetery. Skanee Cemetery. Sometimes you come down here and you surprise eagles. I have seen a lot of eagle feathers here. Eagle feathers. Sandhill cranes. This is kind of a secret place here. Not too many people come here. There have been moose sightings. There have been bear sightings. Let's see here. Lots of beaver. Oops, there's me. There's canoes to rent. We've seen a lot of Indian pipe here. Maybe we'll see some today. See oh, here's where the beaver goes in and out. Or this could also too be where people are putting their canoes in. or their kayaks. Well, let's see if we can make it over to the dock. Sometimes you can't. But it looks like the path is pretty much open. Oh, it's soggy. We had a terrible rainstorm last night. It lasted for many hours. That's so unbelievable. The cabins are getting all hidden by the trees. They're growing so fast. For so many years, it seemed like nothing was growing. Now all of a sudden, wow. Gotta be careful here because there's, yeah, underwater and planks to walk on. Just kind of walking around. The bay is right out over there. That, of course, is the way the estuary comes in and out from the bay. Huron Bay. What we have here is a big beaver den. Good grief. Oh, I just went in the water instead of the plank. I'm walking the plank. This is really kind of nasty. Okay, we're on the dock. Wow, hey. So there you have it. Beautiful. So the DNR says as long as this refreshes itself at least once a year, and that is the opening opens up and the water exchanges itself with water from the bay, then it's good. See, the only thing about GoPros, which is what I am using right now, is that you don't get that depth or distance. Okay, let's see here. How to get back. Whoa, there's like a step up here. I guess the Nature Conservancy or Keweenaw Land Trust, whatever, they don't. This is so crazy. They don't. If beavers are here building, they just let them be. They tried to keep it as natural as possible. There we go. It's a little wet in there.
Yeah, I put on my good boots.
And there's planking. Don't fall and don't trip on the beaver den.
I can't believe nobody's here, but maybe you know the swim beach. I don't know.
Well, the beach is over there. You know,
yeah.
You go around.
Oh, yeah.
I've come here many, many times, and very rarely do I ever see anybody here.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow.
Lots of blueberry plants.
Yeah. Swamp candles. The primrose plant.
Okay. Let's just go over there and...
Oh, nice one.
Why are they called the candle?
If you saw the perfect plant in full bloom with all them, you know, as you can see, a big spikes of them, it'd be quite the candle.
I gotcha. Okay. You should be walking behind me saying everything as we go. the blueberries. Wild blueberries, like the best tasting berries ever. So here's the cabin. There used to be a swing right there, and I would sit there for hours just watching, waiting, hoping to see something. Let's see, what do you see in there? Anything? Big stick down. All right, I'm going to stop this and then start it again. Here we go. You hear that man behind me kind of going wow and different things, but I told him I wouldn't get him on film, so it's better to stay ahead of him, I guess. Here's this cool tree growing right into this old, what is that, from a tractor or something? Cool mushroom, eh? Pretty muggy in here. I'm hoping to get over to the lake. That's why I'm moving right along here. You can see why I like to walk here. It's just so beautiful. Oh, here's our little cabin falling apart. That used to be Fousey's camp. Years ago, there were several cabins here that were rented out, like they rent cabins nowadays. And oh boy, this is where Fousey camped. He lived in town, but this was his camp that he rented or whatever. Well, you gotta watch his nails there. You always gotta watch where you're walking. See those bags there? We saw all those bags. And we thought, well, when are those from? What is it? There's a little building over there. And it was a mystery, you know. This was many years ago for me. And as I'm walking along the trail.
We can take a little bit of talking with you. Here's a guy from the North Country Trail.
The guy from the North Country Trail is behind me.
National Scenic Trail.
North Country National Scenic Trail.
You've been on it somewhere sometime.
Yep.
No, this takes you to that spit of land.
Yes, we're going over there. We have to go. There'll be. I hope it's not underwater. Sometimes it is. The trail.
I can see that, but the lake is just a bit. Maybe that's what I came here to find a little bit.
But this is the On the other side of the estuary here is the first place I saw a wolf. My first wolf sighting. And he was about where that sign is up there in front of me. And he just went trotting by. Oh, my heart, I just about died. It was so exciting.
Well, when I hit that Point Beach Road on the M&A's property, down to the end, or at least the M&A's part, it did sound like the neighbor's dog over there when I heard that, like a snuffle. You want to call it a snuffle from a bear, and really heavy.
Oh, yeah?
You know, I just turned on.
Yeah. Sometimes you're better off if you're alone. Wow, look at the orange. Now, what would you call those? Do you know the name of them?
I'm not too well with my fungus.
There sure are a lot.
I know that on my guided hikes, you know, a lot of people love their fungus, mushrooms, and otherwise, you know, that's part of their life.
So what is your name? Can you at least tell me your name?
Joe.
Joe?
Joe.
Joe, and I'm Nancy.
Joe from the North Country Trail.
From the North Country. Oh, look at how thick it is in there. Whoops.
Yeah, what did, since this is open here, what was this a part of at one time then?
Well, the Matsons owned this originally, and they sold it to the Keweenaw Land Trust.
And this wasn't almost like a boat launch almost, but I see a path going.
Oh, it goes all the way through. Like I say, there's water on both sides, and then we'll get to the nice bit of land. And not very far down that is the bay. Boy, is it humid here.
It's humid.
Humid, humid. I've come in here and the water's been to my knees at times. What do you see?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Take a picture of this stuff later.
Okay.
I think it's,
Well, I guess my friend's gonna follow us. Blueberries, blueberries, blueberries.
St. John's Wort.
St. John's Wort?
It's called Fraser.
Fraser.
And there's also a bog, but a little different color.
Uh-huh.
Which is more, not invasive, but it creeps and it's all over the place. Oh, blueberries. Oh.
Yeah, aren't they awesome? The best blueberries are right here. One of these days this is going to be impassable. See what we got here, if we can just move this, or there we go. Wow, this is something.
Just hoping for that minor miracle, a brand new flower.
Oh, that would be nice.
I found one up on that M&A property, a March bellflower.
Okay.
The rest I've seen before, I think.
Uh-huh. There's wild roses.
Yes. Spirea.
And spirea.
Spirea alba. Meadowsweet. Meadowsweet.
Meadowsweet.
Not the rose family, though.
No?
The rose family.
But yeah, the pink one, that wasn't spirea, was it? It was the...
They're pink. Oh, there's roses back there.
Yeah. Whew, I'll be glad to get out of this. lot of mosquitoes in here. There's the water. We're getting closer.
Wow.
There's more spirea and roses. I just saw, I think there's a beaver over there. Something's going under and over. There's deer dirt, deer poop. You can see where we came from, the cabin.
You know your bird?
Not very good.
Okay.
Probably not as good as you.
Nope, 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 nope. Hardly. I've been on hikes with the birders too, but I don't get into it.
Yeah. You gotta pick what you like the best because there's so much to...
Yeah, 20 years at this North Country Trail, that's hundreds of hours in a year's time.
Wow.
It's always an issue. We just started building 6 miles of new trail now, so it'll keep us busy for a few years.
So where is that located?
Ironwood, Michigan, then toward Saxon, Gurney, Wisconsin on Highway 2.
Okay.
Just got the okay, so.
Oh, great.
Just started chainsawing it out there last weekend. About a mile of it.
A lot of work.
It's a lot of work, and the maintenance after you're done with it. People come from Milwaukee and Madison. We will drive up there to help out.
Wow. I was just going to ask, do you get a lot of volunteers?
Well, to a point, but
yeah.
We drive hundreds of miles from down there, and we just, you know.
Yeah.
They're mostly for work events, not just jump out of your house and go to work, you know.
Right.
All the issues you've got with.
Seems like every time I see the roses, I see spirea with it.
Yeah. Oh, too much water there. Okay.
Yeah, oh yeah, you couldn't get there.
Yeah.
And it's muddy.
Oh, they got a dock over there, hey, old dock. I mean, I see the boats out there.
Oh yeah?
Into the wood.
Oh.
And maybe we'll come upon a little trail here.
Well, we could get over there. Oh, there's a... What kind of a bird is that?
Gotta be an opening here somewhere to get up to that little dock.
Oh yeah, there is. Close. Yeah, we could go all the way around here and get on the what do you call the water where that comes into the estuary? The stream, or?
I'm not sure. Here's a very interesting little tiny flower right here.
Okay.
Called narrow-leafed cowwheat.
Cowwheat.
A narrow-leafed.
Narrow-leafed cowwheat.
But the reason I like the because the genus's name is Melon.
Okay.
And so in Greek it's melos and pyros.
Okay.
So one identifies it as wheat, and the other one defines it as black. So they used to take the black seeds from it to make their breads blacker.
Oh, so
it's just one of those kind of like interesting
little tidbits.
Genus names.
I would not know if you weren't with me.
Yeah. Melon pyrum.
Melon pyrum.
Yeah, that's in a lot of this. A little wetter right here also, but otherwise in very dry pine barren something.
Okay. Well, this is where we go to the bay, and you saw. I know there was a dock here, but it was floating the last time I saw it.
Oh, I see. Now we go.
That's
there's still okay.
That's to go to the bay, and that way takes you around the land. This piece of land. I don't think I want to go there today. I want to go to the bay and go to the estuary where it comes into the bay. To me, that was my goal.
It looks neat on a map, that's for sure. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Lightfoot Bay.
Lightfoot Bay.
Well, I guess others have been walking here too.
Oh yeah.
But then you can get straight down. You take, what's the name of that road over there? Elm something, or I don't know.
Emblad?
Emblad,
yeah.
What's the private, but it's on the section line there, so.
Oh, so that's where you went to the,
no. I would have done that probably on my own.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, usually I see a trail, I love to take it, but sometimes, you know, it's like you go so far and you turn back and through like this, maybe.
Well, there's, I've been in there a lot. I know the people that own everything. They're usually pretty good about people going in there. Now, there was an old cabin down there. I don't know if they've knocked it down totally or not. But it had a huge old stove in it. It was really neat.
Down there?
Yeah. Not too far, but... Are you eating all the blueberries?
All the blueberries? I don't think so.
Oh, man. Save me some.
If I had my perfect world, I'd be out on the east end of the Upper Peninsula there, and all those sanctuaries and picking blueberries.
Yep.
North and south at the Common Falls and all over the place, all the way to Detour.
You sure have a beautiful state. Where do you live, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, it is Ironwood.
Oh, that's right, okay. Yeah, well, I live here in Skanee.
You know George Madison?
No.
Okay. George is the, he could retire any time, but he lives on Skanee, not that far from Silver River Falls.
Okay.
20 acres. But anyway, the big time fisheries biologist for the state.
Oh, okay.
So when George had his, previous to COVID, come up to give a community college, and I would always hang around with him asking questions about rivers and streams and everything. And, and help him, you know, get in and get out and his equipment. And that's a thing of the past now.
Yeah.
A lot of things.
See, there's a waterway where something goes in and out. There's otters in here, a lot of otters. Yeah, we're almost there. Watch me walk, and there's water on the left. See, when people don't use it, it gets built up and...
Follow the beaten down path.
Yep.
I always carry a pair of hip boots for the bogs, bog flowers, but... Looks like there was an interesting bog on the other side of Taylor Creek, about half a mile. I'm going to have to take a look at that.
Can't believe that used to be so clear in there, and now it's full of lily pads.
Oh. Well, for the day it's done, I'll still be up at Abbey Point.
Oh boy.
1 mile from the parking area, there's a lot of spruce woods. And last year I was up there.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't explore that much, but there was at that point, today, my company left yesterday now. So
okay.
I'm here again. Hundreds of rattlesnake plantain orchids.
Really? Hundreds?
Both sides of the road.
Oh my gosh.
And,
so on the main road, on the main...
On the main road, about a mile from the parking. And I want to go further into the woods, even if I get into the west end of Lake Superior there.
See that? Look at that! Look at that! I'll bet you that's beaver.
Beaver. Oh, there's another.
Another. Oh, another. Yeah.
Like that one.
There's a lot of beaver in here.
Look like some pitcher plants over there.
Over by the marsh where you go. How do I explain that to you? Where that marsh is, there's like thousands of pitcher plants. Oh.
Yeah, they show up everywhere. In a real good bog.
Oh, they took the chain down. There used to be a chain around these trees.
I see the mark there.
Used to have to step over it. I used to think, what if it breaks when I'm stepping over it?
Yeah, I wonder if somebody's in the rain or dark or something.
Here we go.
Oh.
Worth the walk, eh?
Oh yes. That's what I mean when I see, you know, outdoors is just to discover.
Mm-hmm.
And I've still got 500 things on my list. So.
You and me both. So many things to do.
Right now, about 300 of them are over in the eastern end.
Oh.
So this is it.
This is it, and the waterway is down to the right.
Wow, fine sand. Oh. Wow.
Boy, look at that sandbar just growing.
Now, how far to the private going this way?
No.
I don't know where I am, you know.
I don't want to say half a mile. It's not that far. But it's a nice walk. But you might have to walk a little bit in the water. It depends on how high the lake level is. Here's where the deer are coming down to drink.
Now, what kind of grass do they call it to hold the beach this way?
Is that a trick question, or do you know?
No, it's not trick. All I know is you read about a marum, M-A-Y,
I just
grass,
call it
something.
beach grass.
Beach grass.
Are those?
It could be the front, the back pond to the front top, so I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, you can't define that.
No, it's too old.
Oh.
So right across, I know I'm not going to be able to detail it, but there's that huge eagle's nest over there. It's been there for many, many years, across the bay there.
Oh, across the bay.
Yeah, and the eagles are so used to people driving up in their boats and stuff. I mean, they just stay right there in their nest, and I've gotten lots of good pictures and videos of them.
Yeah, I used to camp on the eagle's nest in the national forest.
Oh yeah?
Camped on it.
Uh-huh.
That was the best site.
Well, here we are, where the estuary lets out. My camera shut off because it was hot, so I'm just going to put it on briefly so you can get a look at this. That's where we came from, and there's that man following. I guess he decided to come up here. Anyhow, this is pretty cool. You're not going to find a lot of rocks here. This isn't really a place to come and look for rocks. All you're going to get is little pieces of sandstone. Oh, is this beautiful in here, eh? Now the Huron Islands are straight out that way. The seagulls are usually here. I don't see any today though. Whoops. So there we are. There's the estuary. The cabin that we went by about half an hour ago is straight over that direction. Oh, is it nice here today? No boats are out. No boats. There we go. All right, take a couple pictures with my other camera. Be back with you in a little bit. All right, we're going back. We've been to the estuary. You see where it's trying to come in and maybe cut through right to that section right there. You can see where it's coming over the sandbar. But you can also see that side, and you can see where it's building up there. Comes along. Sometimes you walk on these things and it's like quicksand. You can see how easily it could just close this right up. Just close it right up. People will come from other areas and just pull their boats in because it's kind of a nice beach. And there's very seldom anybody here. It's supposed to get rain again at 1 o'clock, and it must be pretty close to that right now. But I don't think so. On that direction, follow the coastline, and that is Point Abbey. You get a really good view of the islands from there. And if you follow this beach along, you'll come to the lighthouse, which is really just a light. And that is where Standard Rock is. Standard Rock, excuse me, is out, way out in the bay. I'm going further down. I'm not paying attention to what I'm saying because I'm sinking in there. Anyhow, the Standard Rock Lighthouse was built just down around the corner, and the circle is still there. The circle, the cement circle or whatever, stone, where they built it on. There was a little development there for the time that they built it. I'll put a little explanation of it in the post here when I upload it to YouTube. Piece of wood floating out there. And I just think it's fascinating that so much has happened here in Skanee. So much of historical significance, and I just feel like it's all fading away. People go to Facebook, say, and they're more interested in pretty pictures that are nice but many times edited, photoshopped, and I'm more into the history. I'm much more interested in the history of the area and sharing that. Oh, we're getting some rollers coming in. Whoa. What a wonderful day. The storm last night was just hideous. Who could sleep during that? Our yard is like a sponge. So I'm going to go ahead and close this down for a minute so it doesn't get too hot, and I will be back shortly. Okay. So we're off. I had my little rest, and I don't know if you could see anything in there. And I'm ready to walk back to the car. Just coming up the back side here of the cabin. This is pretty old. I don't know the exact year, but people love coming here. And of course, that cabin, that roof is about ready to come down, it looks like. And they did put in some vault toilets here. There is water and a shower here, but the water is not very good, I have to say. So we didn't see any Indian pipe, which is that white, pale, pipe-like looking little plant. It sure be nice to see some here. I think we're going to head over next to that bog that he was, what was his name, Joe was talking about the orchids. So I'm going to turn this off for right now, and I'll meet you over at Peterson Road. Thanks for going with me. So we're back. We came around the bog in the estuary. We're back on our trail, and I need to finish my story that I was telling you about. That almost looks like Petoskey stone. I'll take it home and get it wet, see what it looks like. Anyhow, the cabins up here, they were used, first they were cabins for rentals. I don't remember what the name of the family was that rented them out, but Foozie Collins. Now you may recognize that name because Foozie Collins, first of all, I've done some videos with him, and second of all, his father was one of the first lighthouse keepers out on the Huron Island, also known as Cattle Island, because of the wreck when the cattle all went on the island. So there's that building and this cabin, and if you go behind me, you could go quite a ways. You could go, well, the road winds around and it will eventually come out at Witz's Marina. Anyhow, if you go down a little ways, I was intrigued, you know, what is this all about? This was quite a few years ago, don't forget. So as I'm walking, I see some stones on the side, which I'm not going to today, I will another day. And looks like a grave. I thought, man, this is a grave. So I asked everybody I knew, Historical Society, locals, everybody. Thought I found the grave. It was kind of short, but people were short 100 years ago. A lot shorter than we are. So it turns out it was Foozie's dog's grave. Foozie loved that dog, and that dog was always here with him when he went out fishing or when he was here feeding the deer, which is what all the bags in that cabin were from. Years later, those bags are still in there. It has plastic for you. Anyhow, that was exciting, but a letdown when I found out it was a dog's grave, because I thought, what person has been buried here? Well, I'm sure there's plenty of people been buried here that we don't know about, but that was exciting to me. So, here we are at the cabin. I think I'm going to sit down for about 20 minutes or so and enjoy the view and see if anything shows up. Sometimes the loons come here. Sometimes you're sitting here And you see the beaver. Boy, am I breathing hard. It is a hot, muggy day. Let's see if we see anything in here. I don't know, these don't look comfortable. That one broke. I'm gonna sit on this and see what happens. I don't know. I don't feel real comfortable here. Now with these bushes growing up in the trees, you can't see the water very well. There's not even a breeze blowing right now here. So I guess I'll just turn this off for a few minutes and get back to you in a little bit.